But you didn't answer my question. Do you want to kill Nazis? Is this a test?
Yes. I don't want to kill anyone. I don't like bullies. I don't care where they're from.
Well, there are already so many big men fighting this war. Maybe what we need is a little guy. I can offer you a chance. America, we love America. The Star-Spangled Man. What's up, ASG? You have clicked on the video. That obviously means that we are rewinding Captain America, the first Avenger, 2011. Not a lot of negative things I can say about this movie. Every time I watch this fucking movie, I grin from cheek to cheek. It's one of those movies that you cannot just stop smiling at.
Yeah, it's like Iron Man.
Although there are some moments where it's like, okay, well that was too easy.
But yeah, I completely. There's really nothing to complain. It's just one of those early solid Marvel films. I think Iron Man and Captain America are easily one of the best origin stories. Some of the best origin story movies we've gotten.
This one's solid and it doesn't take itself too seriously. This is why I always appreciate this one, because a lot of MCU movies, at least when they were first starting out, Iron Man kind of took itself seriously because it was doing the whole not spy thriller thing, but it was doing something similar. But this one, it was just like a period piece. I mean, it was leaning very much into the time where Captain America was created, the 40s, the 50s. And I like that.
The period piece was great. The environment, the atmosphere of this movie is great.
Yeah. That was some fucking world building right there. Mm-hmm. And one thing that I have to say, it's just I learned this on the channel, Avengers was probably the third biggest Marvel anything. And to take a character like Captain America, because seeing it in theaters as a kid, you're just wow. You wouldn't know that these are very obscure characters from Marvel comic. We didn't really appreciate for seeing these characters that were very obscure go to the big screen and really have a world built right in front of them. They start with Iron Man, Thor, then Captain America, and then you get an Avengers movie after it, which is really crazy to see.
I think that's always gonna be the biggest thing to talk about. It's just how they built this world, because it's yes, Iron Man, Captain America, they're not no names, of course. They were C-list, B-list characters, but they're no Spider-Man, they're no X-Men, they're no Superman, they're no Batman. And for them to literally build this whole world off of Iron Man and Captain America and Thor. I think Thor has the most problems out of these three, but
right. But here's the thing though, Captain America as a character seems the most problematic for me, as an American superhero who works for the U.S. military, and it's just a very problematic character. Cool character though, I rep America on my chest. Captain America, America, bleep that out. Editor Chan, I'm sorry.
Language.
I just think the concept of it is pretty wild, because it is American propaganda all in our face.
I think that's what's great about Captain America is yes, he is Captain America, but after a minute he is oh, I can't really be America's weapon. I have to be what America should be. I have to be the leader for America. And that's where it's okay, that breaks that propaganda wall. I love it.
I think, and that's the reason why I kind of brought it up, because I'm this movie does bounce around the Nazis, the propaganda-ish type of style battle in between,
which was a lot of
actually
fun.
doing the war and stuff like that.
Issue 1 of Captain America, that's awesome.
And we get to see the punch get recreated a bunch of times, which I thought was a pretty cool touch. And I will say it's kind of also a nitpick, but the design of the Hydra goons, the Hydra agents, they were kind of bland sci-fi, soldier-esque. This is a little nitpick.
I'd have to disagree.
Really?
I'd have to disagree only for the fact that these sometimes you don't want things to be too off of exactly of it, because hey, they had the little rings around their eyes, they had the things around their eyes, they and their colors were in the comics they're green and yellow, but at the same time that's too bright for this. You already have a Captain America who's red, white, and blue. It would just be too crazy. I think Red Skull carries the Hydra front, very well with just having the straight black and silver look. I think that's
symbol, that really intimidating ass symbol.
Yeah, and I think that was great. We do see the Tesseract. I thought, bringing the Norse mythology into it, because of course we have Thor. But you brought up something funny, because y'all been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals.
Mm-hmm. And this is the tree from Marvel Rivals. Yggdrasil. I'm trying to say it right. That's kind of how you say it. But that's in Rivals. The Tree of Life, I believe.
Sick as hell. That's fucking sick.
Like literally the first scene.
That's sick.
Amazing, man.
That's awesome.
And it's weird seeing the Tesseract, because we didn't know at the time it was the Space Stone. We didn't know. It was just supposed to be its own thing, and I believe in the comics it is its own thing. Could be wrong, but yeah, it was weird, because I thought they were gonna do something else with it, but kind of going further into the movie, we see what the Tesseract is capable of.
Yeah.
So I mean that's pretty insane.
Yeah, it literally evaporates him when he holds it, and at the time we all think he's dead. But I mean, just with that 2025 hindsight, it's like, damn, this man really went up into protect the Soul Stone.
And was it what was the planet called? Vormir?
Yeah.
And dude, and that's the thing,
they were really setting that shit up.
They were really setting that shit up. Who? What?
They don't set it up like that. The setups in the MCU,
they look at so much detail.
Today are just not like that. And maybe it's because, benefit of the doubt, maybe it's because we just haven't gotten to the end of the tunnel yet.
Maybe.
And we haven't seen all the payoff. But man,
it just doesn't I don't see them. I don't. And this is off topic, but I don't see them setting up some shit that the events of Quantumania is why this happened. It's okay, dude. I'm not gonna care. Captain America's, I shit on a lot of Marvel characters, superheroes, to be one-liner characters, but low-key Captain America is one of those one-liner characters that I don't know why it hits more home. I feel like he gets away with it.
I can do this all day.
I can do this
just
all day.
because Chris Evans and him being Captain America, it just works. I don't know why, but him being a one-liner, because there was a lot of one-liner things in this movie. Could you blame? It's a Marvel movie, so you can't really blame it there. I ate it up. I ate that shit up as a kid. I fucking love this movie.
I'm not kissing you.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good one.
As a kid, that always cracked me up.
That shit was funny.
Fuck.
I always think I had a date at the end.
Was
crazy, because I forgot he says that, and at the end I'm like,
that
wow.
is one of the best endings in the MCU.
Yeah,
for sure.
Pretty sad.
I had a date.
But no, I enjoyed the fucking one where he's rescuing the soldiers, and then he's kind of he's like, he's like, who are you? What's your name? And he's like Captain America.
Captain America.
He's like, do you have a plan? He's like,
Yeah. I've knocked that Adolf Hitler over 200 times.
Also, some crazy, looking back, I didn't realize, what's his name?
Neil McDonough.
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah,
dude, I love him. He's an amazing actor.
He did an amazing job. Didn't have that many lines. The whole team didn't, but I mean...
Hey, he did have one kind of fucked up line, though.
What? Oh, yeah.
What, are we taking everybody? I'm from Fresno, Ace.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, dude. It didn't click until he said that, and I'm like, oh wow, he was being racist.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got to think that time period, like you said,
it was during a war.
Time periods were crazy. At least they were historically accurate on the characters. Yeah. That shit is crazy. I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that.
But what I really love about this movie is they really give us that good setup to almost prove to us, the audience, why this guy should be Captain America. Why is he really worthy to be Captain America?
I agree.
That grenade scene always has stuck with me. I always remember that scene when I think of this movie, where he just jumps on that fucking grenade. And there's a bunch of moments like that before that, where you're just like, okay, this dude, he's locked. He's ready to do anything for everybody.
Bro, yes, and there was the touching moments between the doctor and the scientist and him, where he's like, did you save me any of that
Scotch, or not Scotch? Yeah. I forgot what it was. It was alcohol.
Yeah, it was something. He's like, I might have went a little bit too hard. but then again, he knew who he was choosing, because of course, you had a bunch of people that were dodging the war. Like didn't really want to. But Steve Rogers, the guy who's really not fit for it, wanted to go. Like I don't know. The way they said the thing about it is like they make Steve Rogers like they build him into like, okay, yeah, this is like the guy because he's like he asked him like, do you want to go to Germany and kill Nazis? Is that what you want to do? He's like, it's not about like we're gonna obviously if you watch the intro, he's like it's not about killing people. It's about I don't like bullies, you know.
And then man, when the freaking doctor dies, and he just like
It's about what's in here.
he's just
he
pointing
just
at
taps
his
him.
chest, man. Like
Moving.
gosh, man.
So I will say they did handle the pacing with Cap's character though, because I will agree with y'all about like building like just to show why he should be Captain America. They did do a good job with that. The reason I never got this part either, why it was so rushed with him and Peggy, in my opinion, it felt a little bit rushed. It felt kind of forced, not too much because she was in the movie enough. Peggy Carter's one of my favorite characters. Show was okay. I loved Agent Carter, great show, in my opinion. But like their relationship was kind of forced. Am I tripping? Like
she
she's a
seems
superior
into
officer.
him.
I can see your point. I can see your point of view, but at the same time, I'm just like they had great. Every time they were on screen together, it was great
chemistry.
Great chemistry. So I don't think that I love the pacing in this movie. Like y'all fucking these guys have seen me fall asleep during movies.
Yeah.
Man.
And it's sometimes when we do these rewinds, I am the motherfucker that's like struggling to like stay awake. Dude, I was locked in. Every time I watch the movie, I am locked in.
Yeah, it's just
Captain
a really
America.
fun watch.
Yeah, great.
Really
It's
fun
great.
watch.
It's got great pacing.
Something else I kind of want to critique is I never really noticed it. Bucky and Steve's relationship. We don't really get to see it fostered a lot. We get to see him captured. Like they're cool like before he gets transformed. Then we don't see him for a whole bunch, and then he's in the base.
True.
And then like he's doing raids with them and shit, and then like he's gone.
Yeah, he is. It is very short lived. You know, their time with each other.
Never noticed that.
But I feel like some of that, and at the time, I guess there'd be more of a good. But I give him leeway because I mean, you're about to do the Winter Soldier in your next Captain America movie.
They knew what the fuck they were doing.
Where he's about to be like one of your main characters.
And I'm not to be like that. It's literally what they do in the comics. I didn't read a lot of the comics. But like if that's like a natural storyline, like that makes sense that they would do that. But
I do agree.
I
We
think,
could have seen a lot more Bucky in this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit y'all with something though. Like that is what happens in the storyline in the comics. But remember, he wasn't seen until the fucking 40s. Like in like real life in the comics too. Like it wasn't until like I think 2004 or 5 when the Winter Soldier got like his first like reintroduction, or like actually that was his introduction. Was like 04, 05. So I mean he was gone for like 70 years in real time.
just like best friends, but destined, to be enemies, and then friends again.
What a ride he's gone on.
I'm so glad because like honestly, like we're gonna see with Brave New World, but Captain America movies have always been like my favorite. Like Civil War was like the cherry on top, where I was just like, yep, I love Captain America movies. This is my shit. And we never got.
Can't wait to get to that one because I have some qualms about Civil War.
First Avenger.
But another thing I want to bring up, because I will definitely be eyeing it as we watch these Captain Americas, is the suit. The suit evolution is going to be heavy throughout these. So this first suit, how did we feel? I love this first suit. I wish they would have kept this first suit.
It was very gritty. It was a very gritty suit.
All the fucking straps and everything, like he just
y'all are gonna hate me, but like my favorite suit is the first Avengers.
Really?
Yes. Because at that fucking time, bro, it was just the color grading of all of them, like Captain America standing next to the Hulk and Thor. Like I don't know.
That's a hot fucking take.
I don't know. I love that suit.
It's not really a hot take. People
I love that suit just for how bubbly it is, and like how like
it's real comic booky.
It is like real comic. It just seems very like very Marvel. Like it's just
Marvel likes to do this over detailed, super rugged look with their suits type of thing. And I think it really only ever looks good when they do it with Cap. And they did it the most in this first one. And they do it a little bit with the Winter Soldier suit as well, but man, this first one,
Well,
I just love it.
If you guys didn't know,
like I said,
well, his design is actually based off the Ultimate rendition of Captain America, which came out in like 03. It's when they did like the Ultimates relaunch and stuff. But it was cool to see, like, I don't know, like a costume, I guess, just represented just perfectly on screen.
It looked fantastic.
And I'll say it. I think I love the practical Red Skull design. I think it is. I think when he like takes off like the face, like that scene right there is fucking awesome.
Creepy. It's
And you know what I had never noticed was that every time he's got his face on, you can see like a little.
Oh, you didn't notice that?
I don't know how I've never noticed that on any of my watches, but yeah.
Even when he gets punched for the first time.
Well, yeah, I seen that, but like he's just walking around. There's like a little flap just ready for you to grab and take off. I never noticed that.
Like Hydra wasn't like the version of the Nazis. It was the science division of you know the Nazis.
And they kind of rebel.
They kind of rebel,
break off,
and then break off to their own thing, which is pretty fucking. That is crazy.
Hydra is a very deep organization.
Yeah, Hydra goes deep.
They're interesting. I've always been intrigued just by how much they.
And it's like, dude, and it's like, the question is like, what are we watching these for? Brave New World. Are we still gonna have Hydra terrorists in the movie? Are they still gonna be relevant?
See, me and Chan might know. So with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., their plot line kind of gets like fizzled out. And even some like in Ant-Man, because they try and get the Yellow Jacket, I think, suit. I believe it was some Hydra agents as well from the first Ant-Man.
Maybe.
In the helicopter.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hydra, I don't think they really exist anymore. But in the show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they kind of get like their whole story taken care of. But I don't know. Hydra's cool. Red Skull was amazing. Hugo Weaving fucking killed it.
But like they always say, you cut off one head of the snake, two more grow in its place. So I don't know. I don't think the Hydra can ever be ruled out.
I am really just looking forward to maybe a hot take. My favorite is the Civil War, but you know what else I'm ready for?
What are you ready for?
Trivia and box office.
So 2011 movie. This movie had a budget of $140 million. Pennies on the dollar compared to what they spend today on these movies.
Oof.
I wonder what this Brave New World is looking like.
Oof.
But had a worldwide box office of 370 million. 370.5, so call it 371. So they really only made like 200 mil after all their promotion and advertising. I would assume they only made 100 million off this.
Which that's hard. Remember, we're introducing the first Avenger. Introducing Captain America.
And that's the point I want to make to any studio that ever stumbles across this podcast ever. It's just freaking have faith in your idea. The first one is not always going to be your $100 billion movie.
I agree, yeah.
Sonic 1 was not the $100 billion movie.
But look what it's done.
Look what it created.
Like that's the thing. Like I'm sure whenever they were making we can talk about how the X-Men franchise was for the movies.
But at their peak,
they were great.
They were making money.
They were making money, and like with Iron Man, they didn't know that it would go all the way to an Infinity Saga. Like they would, like I'm sure. Did they know?
They had a plan.
They had a plan, but did they know?
But they didn't know.
Look. Did you guys know? Like y'all knew? Did you guys know really? Like you guys can't tell me like y'all really knew it was gonna blow up like this. Like Iron Man, Captain America could have flopped.
Very easily could have flopped.
Like we could have been in a dark age of like we could have never saw comic book movies ever again.
RDJ was like a defamed.
Yeah, he was literally canceled.
Yeah, he was
at
like
that time.
He would have been canceled in today's whatever.
Oh.
I don't really know for what, but I know he was going through a rough patch.
He was just going through some stuff. But
yeah, he's gone through a lot of stuff.
Now, like, you can't touch that guy.
Yeah,
you can't touch that guy. Chris Evans he was not some super huge star. He had done some stuff.
He had done.
He was a name.
Well, he did Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
He was George.
But that wasn't as big as Captain America. This movie, this put Chris Evans on a different stratosphere.
But then again, it's just like, look in the. And now that I'm thinking about it, I think they knew. I think they knew this shit was gonna be big with the right studio and the right film stuff. They knew how to make these movies like great, and the fact that we had Fantastic Four, because they've delved into the
and Feige was there during a lot of that Fantastic Four, X-Men, Fox stuff. He was around. He might not have been directing or really, but he was there.
Yeah.
So he was.
So
learning.
They probably knew this was gonna take off.
He was learning.
Which, bro, y'all didn't know shit, bro.
And
y'all can't tell the future.
I think this movie is also one of those movies. I don't remember which rewind we talked about it last time, but this is one of those movies that I talked about that hits those 4 quadrants. You get the war film that's gonna get your old, dads and all them people.
Yeah, okay, I see.
You get your romantic film. You're gonna get, oh, we can go on a date to this. The girls are gonna come.
Yeah.
You get all the 4 different quadrants. You get your action movie, so teens are gonna come, whatever.
Right. It checks all the boxes.
It was destined to be a hit.
Yeah.
It was destined to be a hit. And I think they made sure that these first ones, Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, checked those boxes. But let's get into some freaking trivia. Yeah.
I do know, and it's probably going to be in the trivia, that he did not want to be Captain America.
Yes.
Yeah, so I already knew that.
Hey.
He didn't want to be Cap.
Yeah.
I think he turned it down however many times, but I don't know who convinced him. I think it was Kevin Feige.
No, turned it down 3 times. Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, that's who it was.
And I think the director were the people that helped Chris Evans get the role. Now I feel like I should just go into the Chris Evans.
Now it's like RDJ is to thank for all the Marvel success. So he's it's okay with. Hey, he needs to play Doctor Doom.
He didn't even audition. Apparently, I don't know how true this is, but Chris Evans apparently didn't even audition. They just really wanted him to play it.
Wow, they had a vision.
They had other people, as they always do, and here are the names we got: Sam Worthington, Will Smith. Garrett Hedlund, Channing Tatum, Scott Porter, Mike Vogel, Sebastian Stan obviously became.
Yep. I do know that one.
Wilson Bethel.
Wow.
John Krasinski, Claude Michael Murray, Michael Cassidy, Chance Crawford.
That many people.
Derek Teller? I don't know. Jensen Ackles.
Wow.
Kellen Lutz, Ryan Phillippe.
Jensen Ackles. That is you know what? That is fucking hilarious that he got to do Soldier Boy.
Yeah.
Right. But he also fucking auditioned. He was perfect. He was perfect.
Yeah.
He's like the actual what Captain America would be in real life. Be like just a bigot.
But yeah, I feel like that even speaks to more what you were saying. Like they must have known this was going to be a big hit because they had to get the perfect guy. They went through everybody. And Chris Evans kept saying no and no and no. So they kept going through people. We really want Chris. Finally got Chris.
Yep.
So, damn. But yeah, he declined it 3 times. He was only paid $300,000. I'm also going to be eyeing Chris Evans' paycheck. I'm going to be eyeing his wallet through these three movies, just because I find that shit interesting.
Yeah.
But he was only paid $300,000 for this first one.
In Hollywood, that's not a lot.
I mean, he wasn't, I don't think, a big actor when this came out. Because Fantastic Four,
it was big for
dude. I remember
the community.
I remember raving about Fantastic Four though.
It was big for the community. Yeah. It was big for children,
but not commercially.
Like it didn't make Chris Evans a huge superstar.
Right. Another teen movie, fucking awesome. He was my another teen movie. He was my superstar in that.
That gets us out of the Chris Evans portion. Let's get into some cool stuff.
Let's go.
So cameo appearances. There was some planned cameo appearances. Wolverine, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine was planned to cameo in this movie.
Whoa.
Because obviously we have a lot of stories with war stories of Wolverine and Captain America back in the day. So we're about to get something like that in here. That would have been so amazing. We also we're also going to see Magneto in this movie.
What the fuck? Which, like,
I would assume it would have been
Fox.
yeah.
Magneto.
I would assume it would have been
Well,
Fox.
he would have
if
been.
he would have had Hugh Jackman.
He would have been a kid though. Because
Because if you think about
War
it,
II.
because if you think about it, like, he definitely would have been a kid. But I mean, who knows?
And so that could have just been the cameo, just showing that camp and showing him there.
Probably.
That could have been
Maybe.
the cameo.
You guys gotta remember though,
They
Fox definitely still had the license, so
Yeah.
that's such a weird.
That's probably why they weren't able to do
Yeah,
it in
yeah.
the end. But they were talking about it and probably propositioned Fox about it and was like,
which is suicide.
we could do something.
But the
cool.
Stan Lee cameo.
Stan Lee cameo was great.
I thought he was taller. The boy.
I loved that one.
out the park every time.
We've also got just some design stuff, like we were saying, that the timepiece, they really locked that stuff in. But one thing they really locked in was the Hydra's aircraft. They updated it and made it a little more futuristic, but it is based off of a World War II German aircraft. The
Are you talking about the one with the propellers on the back, where it's kind of like a rocket?
No, the one that he
crashed.
crashes.
Okay. Oh, okay. It kind of like just reminded me of like a stealth bomber.
Yeah, but it's based off of the Horton X or HXV3.
Damn, pull a picture of that. Hold on, I want to see that.
So they were really like looking at stuff like that, and yes, this was Hydra's, plane, and we want to make it a futuristic, something new technology.
Yeah.
But they were making sure that it felt right for the time and doing. That's the stuff like that.
Cold
that,
steel
that made it
everywhere.
really take care of it.
I stand corrected because I've always thought that was like something that was made up for the movie. I never thought that was something that was like somewhat grounded like in real life.
Yeah.
So props to them, honestly.
I thought
But
props
hey,
to
come
them.
on now, like when the big movie starts, I'm like, you're thinking like, what the fuck? This is like a spaceship. Like, that's how I was seeing it.
Yeah.
Same.
But my favorite thing was like the rocket looking thing, like when they were doing like the little stealth bomber thing with the propellers on the back. I thought that was interesting. But then I'm like, is that really like possible to do something like that? Would that not? I don't think that would be very aerodynamic.
And we didn't.
Because
Really,
you would be like fucking flopping everywhere. I don't know. I don't really know aerodynamics or physics or anything like that. But like, I just like that wouldn't work. That would be like a real.
And we didn't really talk about like the brutality of Captain America.
Oh my gosh, we did not talk about
because he freaking pushes somebody and he gets splattered by the
Dude,
damn
yeah, he gets cut
wind
into
blades.
pieces.
Yeah, that's always like stuck with me. Like every time I think about this movie, I think about that scene.
And then it's like Captain
And
America's
him
like
just tossing him out.
Yeah,
bro.
in
Fuck
future
that.
in future movies, Captain America's like, ain't no cussing.
Language.
But language. But he's just like over here like killing people.
He's also shooting a gun, which is like, man, hey, can't blame him. I mean,
And he walked up.
he's a soldier.
He walked up in that bitch like gunning. He was gunning shit down. Like whoa,
Great scene. Though.
Whoa.
Great scene. Though.
But last little trivia piece for us, and this is actually back to Chris Evans, but this is his 6th comic book movie ever. And I wanted to listen to you. Fantastic Four, obviously, and Fantastic Four, the second one. Then we got Push, which I've never seen that. I guess that's based on a comic book. The Losers, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and then my favorite, he voices Casey Jones in the 2007 TMNT.
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Hey.
So he's got a little track record on him for sure. Like I've never seen Push, but Scott Pilgrim, yes, he's in there.
But he's
and like in case you guys were like not thinking he wasn't. Trust me, I watched that movie. He's in there.
Okay.
But
He is fucking Captain America, man. He there's nobody else, man.
Nobody can argue that. Nobody can argue that. But that's why I'm ready to see. I'm ready to see somebody take the
mantle.
Take the mantle, man. Like I'm ready to see somebody take the mantle. Sam Wilson, baby, all the way. Come on, don't let us down.
Yeah.
Don't let us fucking down. All I gotta say is, man, Captain America, first Avenger. It's a good 8 out of 10 movie. It's a nice 8 out of 10 right there for me.
It's for me. I'm gonna have to go 9 for me. And I'm gonna.
Wow.
Well, I know I'm kind of critical about it, but I still think it. Like I said, it doesn't take itself seriously, which I really, really like, especially for an early MCU film. And also, I wanted to add this too. I don't know if you guys knew, but a different movie. But at the end of Incredible Hulk, there was a post-credit scene with Captain America being in the ice. I'm sure you guys, yeah. So it kind of relates to this movie, but like it is around the same time. So
yeah, and this movie, like of course, at the end, post-credit scene was like him in the ring, punching the bag, knocking the bag out, replacing it. Mm-hmm. And then Nick Fury is like, you know, got a mission.
Yeah, I got a mission for you.
the Avengers.
And here's the thing: we were talking about this off camera once the movie ended. Does anybody remember that? So we looked it up, and there's people that confirmed that they did play like an Avengers teaser trailer after the post-credit scene, or we then Malik was debating like, was this just a Disney Plus thing?
Yeah.
Somebody
let us know.
Honestly, I can't remember because I do remember the post-credit scene when I watched it in theaters as a kid, but I don't fully remember if there was an Avengers trailer at the end. Because like on the Disney
Plus, it literally
Plus,
says summer 2012.
it says May 2012.
Like, I don't think they'd be doing all that for Disney Plus.
I no, they wouldn't. I think that's part of the movie.
But the thing is, it's cut like a home video movie trailer. Is it not?
Yeah, right. It is cut like a home video, like when you buy like a DVD and then you get the trailer. You get like the trailer, like
So maybe that they just got like the DVD release and just put it on.
They're lazy like that, bro. That's
probably.
That's
probably because I honestly do not remember the little trailer. That makes a lot. That makes more sense than it just the teaser trailer like coming to theaters.
But I think I'd have to also agree with Z and give it an 8. I don't think I can go 9, just because I think
something in my soul just doesn't want to give it a 9. I don't know why. But it is a firm 8 out of 10.
Yeah, like always a solid watch. You cannot have a bad time watching this movie. It's just not mind blowing, and that's why it's not a 9 or a 10.
Because y'all shouldn't take my ratings too seriously. ASG, thank you so much for tuning into this rewind of Captain America: The First Avenger 2011. Thank you so much. We do appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button. We post every single week. Let us know if you guys are excited for Brave New World. We should have 2 more Captain America movies under our belt. But I also want to mention, guys, this percentage of you are not subscribed. Hit that subscribe button. Engage with the audience. We're trying to build a community here, guys, of geeks. And I wanted to say this for a long time. Another strong geek. Not only does that mean you are physically strong, but that means you are strong in the mind and the soul. So, ASG, take care of yourselves, and peace.